What's up, everybody? Billtendo here. I know I haven't been around for a while. I apologize for that. No new content for a long time, but I'm going to try to fix that real soon, starting now. So, I've actually been spending a lot of time on my Facebook page. I have a group. It is N64 Players and Collectors. Check us out. We're always raffling off cool stuff like this console here. And we're giving stuff away. I spend a lot of time interacting with the people on there. So that's kind of the reason I'm making this video today is I'm going to teach you guys how to region mod Nintendo 64. Super simple. Now, it should be set up front that this will work for American and Japanese units because the architecture inside the Nintendo 64 is exactly the same. There's only two differences between American and Japanese. Number one is a sticker right here. This one says NUS 001 JPN. This is a Japanese model. Now, the European and Australian models, the PAL models, you can't do this with because you don't get the same result. The way the inside of this machine operates differently on those. PAL region got brighter colors. We got better frame rate, and that's kind of the trade-off. But if you want this to play Japanese games, or you want a Japanese one, well, this is Japanese, but if you want a console to play both games, I'm going to show you how to do that and how simple it is, and you'll be amazed at how fast this actually goes. So, let me show you what the deal is. Nintendo 64, this is Super Smash Bros. American version, has these two indentions in the corner here. Now, this is a Japanese unit, so you'll see it doesn't go down in there. This is a Japanese tray. You can see these bumps right here. So that keeps that from going all the way down. The chip doesn't engage. However, this is an American tray, has the bumps in the corner, like so, and so it will go in there. So what we're doing is I have a third tray, 3D printed, that has no bumps. Therefore, you could put an American or Japanese cartridge right in there. The difference with the Japanese cartridge is this notch is actually right here instead of here. That's all Nintendo did to region lock. It's not software. It's nothing like that. So the first thing we need to do is remove the jumper pack, which personally use a spoon. Some people use like a butter knife. Whatever. I use a spoon because I know it's not going to damage the console. You come up nice and slow, the whole sticker will come with it too, so you can seal that back with absolutely no problem. Now, the next step, you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to need a specialty tool, and this is called a game bit. It actually is like an inverted star drive that goes inside of a console for Nintendo-specific consoles. Like $5 on Amazon, man. They're super cheap. Super cheap. And you have 6 screws to take out here. That's it. They come out quickly. You take off your 2 front feet. And all the screws are actually all 6 screws are exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about mixing them up. They're the same length. None of them are over tight. In fact, this is one of the tightest ones I've ever gotten, and even then it's not tight. It just popped a little when I unscrewed it. Now, every console that I personally sell, raffle, sell, trade, or give away, I do this too. 3D printed trays are not expensive. This takes less than 5 minutes. So why not open the door for more games? Part of the reason for that is, I know what you're thinking. I don't speak Japanese. How am I going to play Japanese games? Well, do you need to speak Japanese to play Smash Bros? Do you need to speak Japanese to play Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart or one of 100 different games? No, you don't. So that's mostly what I use it for, because the Japanese versions of most games are far more inexpensive than their American counterparts. So, all right, so next step, we're going to take this top off. Okay, and there's your tray there. So, if we were cleaning, this is actually pretty clean on the inside. I like to clean all this up while I'm in here. This all looks pretty good. Doesn't really need anything. Just a little blowout of dust. This is one of the cleaner units I've opened, but we'll set the bottom section to the side there. And then we have the tray here, which is held on by 2 screws. Now these are just regular Phillips screws. Regular number 2 bit will do. You're just going to take those right out. Now when you're putting the new tray in, it's really hard to mess it up and put it in wrong. It's going to line itself up. It only wants to go in one way. There's a little plastic tab on the old tray right here, and there's a tab sticking out here. So when you go to put the new tray in, it has a divot for the tab, so you know exactly where it goes. The only thing you have to worry about when you're putting this back together are the 2 screws for the tray. Don't over tighten them. They don't need to be super tight, because the tray actually sits on this aluminum tray at the bottom here. So if you have a little bit of slack in your screws, that's fine. I didn't know that the first time, and I tightened them up as much as they could go. And then what you end up with is a stuck door. Basically, see, this door is not closing, or it's wanting to stay open. So I would just loosen that just a little, maybe a little more. There it goes. Heard that click. Closed up. One more little twist and I think we're good. Good to go. So, bring our bottom back over. Stick the top back on. That doesn't always fit right away, because most of the time you have to click your power button. See, there you go. Now it'll close down. Squeeze them together so it doesn't come back apart. And then you just reverse the process of putting the screws back that you just took out. I mean, there's not a lot to it. Also, spin that until it drops down in there. And that's all we're going to do, is put these 6 screws back in. Like I said, very simple process. Most of it is spent doing this right here. I mean, when I'm at home alone doing this, it takes less than 5 minutes, as long as it's ever taken me, only because I'm talking the whole time I'm doing it. Usually I just sit at the table, knock a couple out at a time, spend, 15, 20 minutes, and then knock out however many I have sitting around at the time. I go through a lot of colored consoles. When I run my raffles and stuff, that's what people want to see. That's what people want to win. So that's what I get. And I put a lot of time and effort into obtaining all the colored consoles I can, just to give them all away to other people. I actually only have one colored console for myself, and that is the Fantastic Orange. It's my personal favorite, and I don't know. I personally don't feel the need to own every console. Other people do, and that's great for them. I would never tell someone else how to enjoy their own collection. That's just not for me. I would much rather pass on those things to other people that want them. All right, so we slide our jumper pack back in. Slide your finger across. Still looks like it was never taken out. Put your lid back on, and that's it. This is the JPN Midnight Blue model, which looks exactly like the Fantastic Grape, I mean, the colors are so similar that when they're sitting side by side, it's hard to tell them apart. But now this, before I showed you this wouldn't go in. There it is now. It's in there. This console is now region free and will play all American and Japanese games. The language is actually on cartridge. The languages are not in the machine. So everything's back together. Everything will work just fine because all we did was change out a single piece of plastic inside. Alright guys, y'all have a great day and leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future moving forward. I need to start adding content again, and it's for you guys. So tell me what you want to see, and we'll make that happen. Later.